here's the big question. You're interested in value investing and valuing and evaluating businesses on a deep level, but you don't know how, even after researching for hours, probably dozens of hours, hundreds of hours on the internet, and because nobody else shows you how to do it. This podcast has all those answers and much more about value investing and finance. My name is Jason Rivera. Welcome to Value Investing in Your Car. Hey, Jason here. In this episode of Value Investing in Your Car, I want to talk about the things I learned from Kobe Bryant. Before we get to that, I need to let you know that you can get this podcast anywhere in the world for free on all major podcasting platforms, Apple, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Anchor, Spotify, and more. You can get this video as audio on a podcast anywhere in the world for free. Okay, yesterday, news broke that NBA great Kobe Bryant died in a plane crash with his 13-year-old daughter and 7 other people. Horrible tragedy out of nowhere. So I kind of wanted to share what I learned specifically from Kobe Bryant. I'm not a big basketball fan, although I do watch the NBA Finals usually. So I did get to see him play quite a bit, and I loved his game, loved how he did things, loved his determination. But the reason I started really learning from him last year, after he's been retired from the NBA, about specifically perseverance. There's one story I want to share. I believe it was from his interview with Lewis House that shows, and again, I talk about this quite a bit, that you can do anything you put your mind to if you really want to work for it and you have the mindset and you continually work hard for it. So I think, again, I'm pretty sure this was in his interview with Lewis House, which I'll link. I link all the stuff I learned from about Kobe Bryant or from Kobe Bryant last year in the links below. But specifically from Lewis House, the thing that sticks with me the most about him is he was telling the story of, I think he was like 10, 11, 12 years old, something like that, and he was playing basketball, and his dad was an NBA player, and he would just go out there and play basketball, and he was terrible. First, I think it was summer league, he played, he didn't even score 1 point, he said, and he worked the rest of the year, or worked that rest of the year after that summer league, and next year he scored some points. He got a little bit better. Year after that, he kept working during the whole off year from that summer league, came back and just dominated the league the next year. So from scoring 0 points to just dominating the league in 2 seasons in his summer basketball league through hard work, determination, perseverance, working on your craft, all that kind of stuff. And then this is what I talk about a lot, is building the fundamentals, getting the fundamentals down pat, getting your foundation down pat, and then kind of expanding from there. So he said he was a little kid then, little in terms of size compared to the other kids, which is one of the reasons he wasn't as good as the other players in the first couple seasons. But he worked on the fundamentals constantly, and got better and better and better. And by the time the 3rd season came around, he had a massive growth spurt. And so not only did he have fundamentals that were better than everybody else, he had skills that were better than everybody else, and now he was more athletic than everybody else. So he just dominated everybody. This specific lesson you can apply to every aspect of your life to get better in anything. Value investing, finance, buying and selling companies, buying and selling homes, buying and selling investments, being a better person, being a better dad, coaching your kid's soccer team, whatever skill you want to learn, you can use this same mindset to get better. This is very similar. Again, I'm not comparing myself to him. He's an all-time NBA great. I'm not comparing myself to him. But this is a very similar to what I teach my students as well, and what I implement myself, is learn the fundamentals down pat, then expand from there. That's what I teach all my students. Build a solid foundation first, then you can go into more complex subjects. This process works. Helped Kobe Bryant become who he was. It's helping me hopefully becoming somewhat on that level in terms of not necessarily basketball, because like I'm way too short and not nearly good enough at basketball to do that. Um, but in terms of value investing, finance, helping other people, all that kind of stuff that I want to become great at, being a good dad, all that kind of stuff. So um, in this episode of Value Investing in Your Car, to kind of commemorate Kobe Bryant and his legacy, I guess, I want to tell you what I learned from him specifically last year, and I hope this helps you in some way. Uh, Again, I'll share all the links to everything I learned specifically from him last year below this post. Um, Awful tragedy involving him, his daughter, and 7 other people. Uh, but I wanted to share this with you today to kind of, again, commemorate his life and share with you what I learned from him last year. So I hope this helped. Hope you learned something from this. Hope you take some value from this, and hold your loved ones tight. It's crazy what happens. So crazy. So um, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, love, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I release a new video. And same on the podcast. Like, love, share, subscribe, download, listen, retweet, all that kind of stuff. I greatly appreciate it. Um, uh, Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Talk soon.